picked the album City to City by Gerry Rafferty. I think it's Gerry Rafferty. Maybe it's Jerry. I don't really know. If anyone is watching and they know, sound off in the comments. We love that. Um, but yeah, City to City. This is an album came out in 1978, and to me, this album is like the quintessential like dad rock, yacht rock album. And when I listen to it, like it sounds like I'm in the freaking 70s. You know, it's just that kind of album. That from I feel like from it's very strong from start to finish. Like there's not a lot of songs I like get tired of or want to skip. There's obviously some huge hits on this album that like people wouldn't know if they're the kind of songs that like you don't know if somebody told you, oh, I really like the song Baker Street. You know, somebody off the street will like be like, well, I don't know what song that is. But then if they hear it, like immediately you would know. It's like got one of the most iconic like saxophone riffs ever. Um, you know, and then I think that song after that, right down the line, like is that just like is the 70s to me. That song is just so smooth and so yacht rock and dead rock chill. It's awesome. And the album is kind of full of songs like that from start to finish. So whenever the weather turns like around March, I always kind of feel myself transit or turning towards this album. It just kind of feels like that turning of the seasons, kind of getting ready for warm weather, good vibes. Um, yeah, it's an awesome album. I listen to it a lot. Excited to hear what you guys think.
This
I mean,
album. Oh, go ahead.
yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. That just on the strength of Baker Street alone, I mean this album is iconic for that. But I totally hear you though, man. Like it's definitely a song. It's definitely an album for when the warm breeze starts blowing, the birds start chirping. You get your boat shoes. You break out the grill from the garage. You know, like this is that album for 100%. Tim, I'll let you go, Tim, but I've got more to say.
No, I just this makes me want to put on some socks and sandals and some cargo shorts and work on my pickup truck, man. Like this is it's my mom absolutely loved Gerry Rafferty and the Eagles, and like
So it
growing
is
up,
Jerry.
it is Gerry Rafferty, yeah.
Okay, good to know. I've been saying Gary this
Perhaps
whole
GIF, not GIF.
Thank you, it is. I was just like, Mom, why do you listen to this? It's so boring. But you know what? I have a lot more appreciation for it now. It's a vibe. It's a mood. It isn't necessarily like the greatest, most complex riffs in the world, or the most emotional lyrics, but it puts you in a certain headspace, and it's never a bad one.
The Yeah, I never really knew anything about this, but it is so yacht rock, like it's ridiculous. I actually was reading that he's the singer in the band that does Stuck in the Middle with You. You guys know that?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That was
I
kind of
didn't know that. That's cool.
and apparently Steely Dan liked that song so much that they almost had him be the lead singer of Steely Dan.
Wow,
So
that's
Wow.
cool. That's a
I
fun
want to
fact.
live in that timeline.
yeah, so Donald Fagen just decided to do it, I guess. But anyway, I thought that was kind of interesting, fun fact. But no, the album was sweet. Obviously Baker Street was sick. I had no idea that that was gonna come up when I was listening to the album, and I was just like, yeah.
I had the same reaction. I was like standing in my kitchen,
Oh my
like trying
god.
to do something, and then like that riff comes on.
And you're just like, yeah.
Oh, this song.
Yeah.
That's a
Whenever I
saxophone
show
song.
whenever I show somebody this album, it's always how it goes. Because that first song is like, oh, it's just like a song, it's like fine. And then everybody knows Baker Street, right? So
Yeah.
and then people are like, oh yeah, okay.
And everyone starts listening. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like now I care.
No, it was good. It was a good album. The title track of the City to City was a cool song too.
Yeah.
Yeah, good album.
I'm a big fan. I this was a surprise to me. Not only because of Baker Street, but because of it has that quintessential sound that I enjoy, that yacht rock sound. But I found myself really liking this album. I would listen. It was easy listening from front to back, and yeah, there was nothing on the album that I felt like, oh, I can skip this one. So great pick, Matt.
Nice. Good. Glad you guys like it. Yeah, it's it's a vibe. I like what Tim said about it. It's a vibe.
We've got a lot of albums that are vibes this week.
Yeah, we do for sure.
Different vibes, very different vibes this week.
Very different vibes.
Yeah.
We're gonna cover all the places, but if you had to give it a rating, Matt, what would you give it?
I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. It's just like really solid. It's not like reinventing the wheel, I don't think in any way. It's nothing like crazy special, but it's always just a pleasure. Just a good listen. So maybe we'll give it a 7.5 out of 10.
Nice.
On the strength of Baker Street 11.
Yeah, then Baker Street obviously is like that. That's
Baker Street gives it the 0.5 in there.
I really like Right Down the Line too. That song shows up in a lot of my playlists.
I like Maddie's Rag.
Maddie's Rag is awesome. Home and Dry I really like too. Right Down the Line was like a viral TikTok song last year. It was like everywhere. Like everyone was making TikToks to it.
Making a comeback.
Yeah, so it made a huge comeback.